Hello and welcome you to this tutorial. In this tutorial you're going to be learning how to design this simple message flyer right here. So we'll be learning how to come up with every of the elements that was used in this simple design. Alright, this is a simple design anyway, basically made up of arrangements of shapes and typography, right? And then one imagery. So let's head over to the Pixellab. Alright, so this is the empty canvas in Pixellab interface. Alright, so from here you're going to be creating our design. Alright, so if you are new to this mobile app, alright, in this video you will be learning how to come up with designs, beautiful designs with the tools that are made available in this application. Right, so let's get started immediately. Alright, so over here is the layers panel. Over here, alright, this is the layers panel in Pixellab. Alright, so this is where your elements are going to be placed. Alright, so this is the space that once you create an element, for example, let's import our design for reference. So when we import it, it is going to come in as an element. Alright, it's going to come in as an element. So this is the design. We are going to be using it for reference. Then I'm going to scale it up. So we now have one element in our canvas, right? So when we go back to our layers panel, you will see that we now have it updated right here with our design, all right, as the first element. So this is the layers panel. Whatever you create, all right, is going to be updated here on the layers panel, and you can quickly do a number of things, all right. Just as you can see, besides these elements, you have some other tools, right? You have the lock button, you have the hide button, we have the delete button, and then over here you also have access to further tools like to copy, increase the size, change the relative position, and so on. You can also rotate, move the element to the front or push it to the back. Alright, so this is the layers panel in Pixellab, and then this is our design that we'll be going to use it for reference. So for now I am going to lock it. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do is to create our background, right? So I'm going to hide this. So to create our background, I'm going to quickly go over to our background panel down below, right? So this is the background panel in Pixellab. So I'm going to tap on it, and I'm going to see other options for formatting our background. The first from the left is the color. You have the transparent. If you want to go transparent, right? The third is the image size, where you can change the image size, and so on, right? For now we just want a plain background, a plain white background, just like we have on our reference design. Right, so to do that we're going to select the color. Okay, so we are here and we have two options, right? So we have the color option, and we also have another option that says gradient. Alright, so gradient is just for you to add two or more colors to blend them together, right? Just as you can see, we have a kind of combination of a white color on the top and then a kind of purple below, right? But we don't want that for this particular design. We just want a plain white color. So I'm going to choose the color option and then swipe to the left, and then I'm going to select the white color. So once we tap on that, our canvas is going to change to that color. When we are done, you're going to tap on that check button, and then we'll be done for that. So the next thing is to bring in our imagery, right? So we're going to import this from our device gallery. Alright, so to do that, we're going to head over to the right button down below, right? So just like other design tools in Pixellab, we have the application has panels, or I will call it buttons, that houses a kind of elements, right? So for now we want to get an image element. Alright, so this is the right panel that houses it. Alright, so down below, this that looks like a pentagon icon. Alright, so once you tap on it, you're going to see other options So from here you can access the stickers. All right, you can import, that is get image from your phone gallery. You can draw, you can actually draw anything freehand. All right, in the application you can access shapes from here. And so on this basically, all right, basically used for technical drawing and logo vectorization. You can also have access to arrows where you can create your custom arrows for your designs, right? So for now, you want to get our image, right? So we're going to use the import button, and then we're going to search for it. Okay, so we're going to search for that particular image. It's actually a PNG, so we're going to look for it and then import it into our canvas. Alright, so this is it over here, and to import it you're just going to tap on it to select it, and then you're going to see this screen. This screen enables you to do further editings, like say crop the image. You can also change the resolution, right? With this panel down below you can change it to any size that you want, right? But for now we just want to import the whole of this dimension, so we're going to tap on the check button below. So once you tap on it, we are going to have our image elements imported, right? So going over to our layers panel, we now have two elements. Alright, so as we keep going, it's going to be updating. Alright, now we want to arrange this shape, this image, so you want to arrange it just the way it is in our reference design. So I'm going to reduce it. So to reduce an image element, you want to drag from these big dots, right? So that is the right place for you to change your image size relatively, right? So it is not ideal to drag from these small dots by the sides, right? It is not ideal for you to drag from these places. You're actually going to be distorting the image, just like you can see, right? You're going to be scattering and distorting the image, which is not good, right? So you want to drag from this place, or you can use the relative size. Right, so when you swipe to the left side, you're going to see this option that says relative size, right? So this relative size button, right, can give you access to increase, right, and decrease the size. Okay, so manually you can just use your fingers. So I'm going to arrange this, right? So we have this. Alright, so basically this design has a kind of alignment. Alright, so when you look at this design, you will notice that nothing falls out of this margin to the left, right? And then at this place, nothing falls out of the margin by the right. That is talking about the contents at this space, right? You see that it has a kind of arrangement that it looks like everything is housed in this margin, and that is a very wonderful alignment. And over here we have the same thing at the top. The design is well balanced at the top. All right, you see that the top of the elements, all right, they all started at the same horizontal plane. All right, so to achieve that in what you are doing, you want to activate our ruler, right? So ruler helps you to align your work very well. All right, so over here we have the ruler tab in the Pixellab. All right, this icon that looks like table, right? So once you tap on it, you're going to see a default arrangement of rulers, all right, which you can edit to your taste. So to edit it to what you want, you're going to tap on this button. So that is the edit button. So this over here is the ruler edit button. So once you tap on it, it is going to expand and give you access to more formatting tools. All right, so we have this. All right, this just enables you to add more vertical rulers, right? Just like you can see, whereas this one adds more horizontal rulers. This over here deletes a selected line, right? So say I want to delete this particular line. So once it's selected like this, right? So once you have this orange color, all right, you know that that particular line is selected, and then you can choose to delete it. All right, so this button enables you to accurately position a particular line in in a particular point in your design canvas. All right, say you want to have this ruler, right? So this is actually the ruler. You see that it is actually at the almost at the edge of the right side of the canvas. Say you want to position it exactly at the center of this design. So you're going to head over to this position button, and once you tap on it, all right, half of the canvas is always 50%. So I'm going to select the 50 bar and then tap on OK. All right, and then you have it positioned at half of the canvas. All right, so I'm going to reverse this, and let's edit. All right, let's make arrangements to the kind of alignment that we want. All right, so I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to move it, all right, at this point, and I'm going to select any other vertical line, and I'm going to position it this way. Now I'm going to select a horizontal one and push it at the top like this. All right, let's bring another one below. All right, let's also bring this one that way. All right, and then we are done. Okay, so for you to not mistakenly rearrange your alignments, all right, while working on your design, you need to go out of the edit mode, all right, and you just basically need to tap on this button again. All right, so we now have our arrangement permanently arranged, so we can continue with our design. And just like you can see at the top, it is not well justified at the top below. All right, so we're going to bring down our image. So I'm going to select it from the layers panel and then swipe to the left and then tap on this position 2. All right, so this position 2 enables you to precisely arrange your elements with arrows. All right, so the first one enables you to move to the left, the second one enables you to move to the right, the third one up, and then the fourth one down. All right, the bar above, all right, increases and decreases the level of movement per tap. All right, so once you have it say at the highest, you're going to move in faster with each tap of the button. All right, so we are going to arrange this properly with the buttons. Okay, so I think this is okay this way, and I'm going to tap on the check button. All right, on our reference design, right, I'm actually dragging over elements so that I can see them very well. Right, so there is an arrangement of dots over here. All right, beside each element there is an arrangement of dots by the left. All right, to switch that is to move an element up or down, or above or below other elements in the panel. You can just hold the elements by that by the left side and then drag down, or you can drag up. Right, so we want to look at these subtle arrangements in this image. There is a kind of a subtle shadow around it by the left, right? So you want to achieve that. So I'm going to hide it again, and then let's get it selected, and let's swipe to the left until we come over to this shadow. Right, so I'm going to enable it, and then by default we have this kind of effect, but we don't want that. We want a very subtle dark color. So you're going to tap on this plus icon. So we have this screen, and then we just basically want to reduce the value of that color. So you want to drag from this rectangle below. You want to drag from that from this point to say around this place. Let's tap on the OK button, and then let's move up. You can increase the blur radius, and then over here on the offset X we can move the shadow effect to the left or to the right. So let's say around -13, and then on the offset Y we can move it up or down. So let's say around 8 is okay, and then you tap on the check button. Alright, so we're going to duplicate this image and then rotate it. So let's come over here and tap on copy, and then rotate from this position. So you can rotate from this position. All image elements has this arrangement, all right, by the bottom left of the resolution, and then this is for size, whereas this is for rotation, right? Manual rotation. right? So you can actually head over to the rotate button and then do that with the rotate tool. All right, you can actually make a duplicate just like I did in two ways. Is either you use the copy button down below, or you can head over to this quick access bar at the top. Right, so once you tap on that pencil icon, you're going to see this copy button. All right, you can duplicate your elements from that button too. All right, so you're going to rotate this. All right, it's more of just inverting it downwards, and then you want to position it this way. So let's use the position tool for precise arrangements. All right, so we have this, and then we want to reduce the opacity. Okay, so to get rid of this a kind of depth, you want to disable the shadow, and then we have that. So I'm going to lock it. All right, so we are actually done with this image arrangements. All right, sorry, so you're actually done with this part of the design. So you want to work on the other part of the design, basically the typography and the message. All right, so let's quickly create these parts. Right, this is actually the main message of the design. Right, says big congratulations. All right, talking about visual hierarchy. Right, see that it has a good visual hierarchy, right, more than the other subsequent messages. All right, so to do that, let's quickly type in our text. Let's just type in our text. All right, so we are going to head over to the text panel. All right, so this letter A icon down below is where you can do everything about text in Pixellab. So I'm going to tap on it. We basically have two options. Right, we have the quotes, and we have the you can quickly just add new text. All right, where the application is going to give you a default text content, or you can access an already made quotes on the application. All right, so once you select any of them, it's going to come in as a text element. Right, we don't want that for now. We just want to create our text. So we're going to tap on the plus icon, and then to edit the content to what we want, we're going to tap on the edit button. So once we tap on it, we're going to see this edit screen where we can type in our contents. Okay, so we want to say congratulations, and then let's just cut it this way. Okay, so and we want to have it all capitalized, so we want to have access to this button. So this is the a kind of caps lock button on the edit screen. Tapping on it, you can go from small cases to all upper cases. Right, so once you're done, you're going to tap on this OK button at the top right. Okay, so we have this, and the next thing is to choose the right font. So let's swipe left and go over to fonts. Right, so the name of the font is Bison. Right, so I'm going to select it and then tap on OK down below. Alright, so we have this, and then you want to increase the size. Alright, so we have the size increased, and the next thing is to work on the letter spacing. Right, alright, so we want to decrease the letter spacing so that we will have our text aligned to our arrangement. Right, so I'm going to select it and then go over to spacing over here. So you want to decrease the spacing bar to around -6, and then let's move it to the top again. Alright, so we have that, and the next thing is to change the color. So this time you want to choose the gradient option, so that you can combine a darker value of the red color and then a lesser value of the same color. So I'm going to choose the gradient and then tap on the plus icon, So from this screen we want to this bar over here are the color holders. All right, they represent the individual colors of the gradient. You can choose to add as many colors as you want with this plus button. Right, you can add as many colors as you want. You can also delete them with this minus button. Right, so you want to select this particular bar and then tap on this color fill button. All right, so this button enables you to choose a particular color for that bar. So we're going to tap on it and you're going to come into on the color wheel screen. So we just basically want to slide right to the left to the red part of the wheel, and then on this second rectangle, right, we can choose to decrease the value or increase the value. Right, so this part of the rectangle, right, gives us a darker part of red color, right, whereas this one gives us a brighter part of it. So let's just select this particular one for now, and then with this particular bar we are going to go over to the darker part, say around this place. Okay, so we have this, and then let's move this bar like this. All right, and then you're going to tap on the OK button below. All right, so we have that, and then for the next text content we just need to duplicate, tap on the edit, and then complete our message. Say TULATIONS, and then again all capitals. All right, so this time we just want to reverse, we kind of reverse the color, right? So you want the darker part of this color to be at this point, whereas these two come first, right? So we just want to reverse the color. So going over to color again, we want to tap on the plus icon, and this time you just need to reverse this bar, right? Or we can choose to reverse this one up here. All right, so we have this, and then you want to reduce the size, say to something like this. All right, okay, let me hide this reference design so that we can see well. So we have our alignments, so we are going to move this letter to the left so that it comes in alignment with this particular margin. All right, so the next thing is to create this container for, all right, this container for the word big. All right, so to do that, so we have to create a rectangle shape, and it's actually a combination of two shapes over there. All right, so we're going to head over to the pentagon tab below, and then you're going to go over to the shapes. All right, by default we have a white perfect square shape. All right, although we want a rectangle shape, so you are going to be dragging from either points of this square shape to get what we want, right? So I'm going to drag like this. All right, so let's change the color. We're going to scroll up, and then let's say we just select, okay, let's select this particular color over here. So I'm going to tap on it. We have our color changed. All right, so I'm going to kind of decrease it to something like this. All right, so to work with our alignments, let me hide the reference design. So I'm going to go over to the edit mode again with this button. So there is a function of the ruler tab that is very, very important. All right, so this button over here that looks like a magnet icon, all right, that is the magnet tool. But this is very, very important. All right, so it enables you to align your elements easily. So when you have it activated, you will see that on every arrangement of the ruler, while you are dragging, it is going to be sticked easily to that arrangement. All right, so let's just have something like this, and then tap on the check button. So we're going to make a duplicate again, either from here or from the quick access button over there. So let's quickly use this button below and then make a duplicate. We are going over to this the edit button to edit this shape to a rectangle, to a triangle shape rather. So you're going to tap on the edit, and then to choose a triangle shape, you're going to tap on this button. So once you tap on it, you're going to see available shapes, right, on the app. So you want to select the right angled triangle. So I'm going to tap on it, and then let's reduce it, say around this size. So I'm going to tap on the check button, and then I want to rotate, alright, this way, and then move it to the top. So I'm going to disable this magnet button now, and I'm going to move it at the top this way. Okay, let me use the position tool, and then we have something like that. Perfect. So I'm going to lock these two shapes, or we can choose to merge them together. So on the layers panel down below, there is a multifunction button over here. Alright, so once you tap on it, it's going to give you access to function that enables you to do a particular thing to many elements in your canvas. Alright, so you want to delete all your elements or more than one of your elements. Alright, you can just choose them. Alright, so once you choose, okay, let's say you want to delete these two shapes, and then you tap on the delete. Alright, they are gone. So this is a multifunction button. Alright, so I'm going to undo that. This time you just want to merge them. Alright, actually on the top is the undo button. Alright, so once you say you want to undo a function, alright, or a process, you can just quickly tap on the undo button above. Alright, this time you just want to merge these two shapes. Alright, so you're going to have them selected, and then you're going to tap on this button below. Alright, so this is the merge button. So I'm going to tap on it and then confirm that you want to merge it to shapes, and then tap on OK. So we now have our shape merged together as one element. Alright, so I'm going to lock it, and then let's type in our text. So I'm going to type in big, all in small cases, right? So let's increase the size, right? So over here we can have as many formatting tools as possible. Alright, so let's just go over to size and then increase it. Okay, so again we are going over to font now to choose this stylish font, Alexandra. Alright, sometimes when you create a text, you notice that some of the parts are cut out. Right, for example, in this stylish text, some of the parts of this letter G, right, is cut out because this part, there is a part over here that is being cut out. All right, so when you have that kind of this kind of thing in your text, you want to use this tool that is called padding. All right, so when you tap on it, you have two options: left padding and right padding. All right, so increasing the left padding reveals other parts of the text element that might be cut out. All right, so let's say, assuming we have a left padding of -13, you will see that some parts of the B letter will be cut out. All right, this time let's just okay, let's undo it, and then you want to reveal the part of the G letter that was cut out. So you want to use the right padding. All right, so you want to decrease this, you want to reduce the size and bring it to the top. All right, so when your text breaks like this, all right, you can use this dot by its right, to correct it. All right, so that's that point in your text is actually used to break your text vertically. All right, you can drag it by the left to have all your words aligned on a single line. So I'm going to bring this over here, and let's change the color to white. Right, so let's have it that way. All right, so and then you want to create another square shape. All right, just by the left. All right, so this is actually a representation of opening and closing of quote signs. All right, because this is actually a message design that should actually have an opening and closing quotes. All right, but this a block of squares were used to represent that. Alright, just like you can see, let's bring in our reference design at the top. Alright, so this is the beginning of the message. Right, our message started here and ended here. So those small square shapes were used as a representation of opening and closing quote signs. Right, so we have this, and then there is a subtle shadow applied to it. So we are going to head over to shadow, enable it. Let's make use of our recent shadow effects. Right, this particular one. So you can always make use of a recent color that you created. Alright, so once you create a custom color, the app is going to hold them for you. Alright, so you can easily make use of them. So you want to select this, and then let's move the offset X to the right. Right, and let's say the offset Y around 3. Okay, so we have something like this, and then we have that subtle shadow effect. Okay, so we now have these arrangements. All right, remaining the exclamation mark. All right, so let's do that immediately. So I'm going to select one of these letters. All right, because we want to use the same font. So we're going to duplicate it and then tap on edit, and then we are going to type in an exclamation mark. Alright, this is actually going to be bigger, so I'm going to use the size tool and then increase it around this size. So because our finger cannot actually drag this, so we want it to use a trick. Right, so you're going to use a space bar, give it a space bar, and then use our enter key. So we now have a bigger space where we can use our finger. Alright, so this is actually too big. I'm going to reduce it. Alright, okay, so we now have this. Let's increase it, and then I'm going to rotate, say something like this. Alright, okay, that is it, and we're going to give it a subtle shadow too. Okay, so the same effects, we're just going to blur the radius. So let's decrease the opacity actually, and then use offset X, and let's increase it a little. Offset X of around 6, and then offset Y around this. Alright, so let's decrease the blur radius a bit, and then increase the opacity around 36. Alright, you don't want it to be readily visible. Right, you just want a subtle arrangement that way. Alright, so this is where we are. Alright, so it's remaining this part of the design, so we're going to do that quickly. So again, you're going to be creating this you're going to be creating this container again. Alright, just like we did for the word big above. Right, so it's actually going to be a combination of 2 images. Alright, so let's go over to do that immediately. So we are going to head over to the pentagon icon. Alright, right, this icon below, and then I want to access the shapes. Alright, so let's activate our magnet tool again to help us. So I'm going to have it activated, and then I'm going to drag like this. Let's change the size to the color. Alright, let's give it the color that we used before, but this time we want a slightly different arrangement. So we want to tap on the plus icon, and then move this bar over there, and then this one down below. Alright, so let's drag to arrange our stuff. So let's say something like this. Alright, so we want to give it a radius so that we have a smooth effect at the edges. Right, so you want to increase the stroke to around, okay, let's leave it at 12. Alright, so we have this, and then we want a shape that's that is so much curved around this place. So we want we want it to look like this, right? So we need to duplicate this image. So you're going to make a copy and then tap on edit. So you want to drag from the side and either side of the image so that you have it positioned as the particular place the original image was. So this time I want to increase the radius. Alright, so let's give it a plain color so that you can see the difference. Alright, so we have these duplicates with radius at 100%. There's actually a problem, so I'm going to copy again, edit. Okay, have it radius at 100%. Okay, let me tap on edit again and then drag at either point so that they will be at the same position, right? So I'm going to tap on the check button. Let me decrease this a little, say this way. Alright, so I'm going to select this particular one, or let's move it to the front. So I'm going to erase the parts that we do not want. So I'm going to scroll by the left and find this eraser tool. So let's increase the eraser pencil size, and then let's get rid of these parts. Okay, around like this. Okay, so we can now merge our shapes together. So again, I'm going to tap on this multifunction button below. There is a problem. Alright, so let me try to tap on it again. Or we can just give this particular shape, this duplicate, you can choose to give it the same color with this. Alright, since my device is having issue with this application at the moment, so we can have something like this, and let's lock it. Alright, so you can choose to merge it just like the way we did for this. Alright, so we have that. And the next thing is to type in the message inside. So for the message, you're going to just create another new text, and let's quickly give it the right font that we want. So I'm going to go over to fonts, and then on our recent tab, let's just choose Montserrat, and then tap on the edit. So the content of the message you want to see from here. So it says you made it to the year 2025. So I'm going to quickly type in this text now. Alright, so I'm going to type in the message right quickly. So we have our message, and we want to capitalize them all through. Alright, so I'm going to bring them to the front, hide this. Alright, this is too big for the container that you created, so you want to reduce the size, say around okay, let's change the color first of all. So you want to give it a white color, right? And I think there is a need to reduce the spacing, alright, to something like this. Okay, so I want to arrange properly. So let's reduce the size a little. Okay, alright, so we have that, and for emphasis we want to bold a part of the letter, right? So you want this part of the message that says you made it to the year 2025, right? You want it to be in bold, right? So you want to have it selected alone, so you want to drag from these points and have it selected alone, and then you want to tap on this bold icon over here. So we want to have it bolded, right? So let's increase the overall size a little, or let's leave it at that 14. Alright, so we have that, and the final thing is to add our name as the designer over here. So we're going to create another container and then write our name, alright, as well as close our message with this square shape. Alright, so we are going to quickly locate the first square shape that we created over here, and we just need to quickly copy it. So by the right, alright, on the layers panel with this button, you can tap on it and then tap on this copy icon. It's going to make a duplicate, and you can bring it. So you want to hide this, you can now bring it around this place, taking care of our arrangement. Or our arrangement is actually gone, but we need to make it again. So we want to make sure that our arrangement is intact, right? So I want to bring this horizontal ruler over here. So we want to bring our square shape down a little and then arrange properly. You may want to rotate it so that the shadow effects will be opposite to the other one, right, like this. Alright, so we are going to create another container right away. So with our magnet tool activated, we want to create another rectangle container like this. So we don't want the fill color, right? So we want to reduce, we're actually reducing the opacity, alright, with the opacity tab over here. So now I want to give it a stroke, alright, so I want to increase the stroke to around 2, and then give it a stroke color of, let's say, the gradient that we've used before, right? Or we can just make an interchange of the bars, right, to have something like this, and then we are done, right? So you are going to type in our name over here. Alright, so we need to actually give it a radius for consistency, right? Almost everything we have here has a radius, so you're not going to leave this one behind. So, alright, so we have this, and then you're going to type in our name inside this container, right? So when you're done and you want to save your work, there's a couple of ways to do that. Over here we have this icon that looks like a storage device. So once you tap on it, you're going to see two options: save as project or as image. You can save as project and say my first design. Alright, let's say you have something like this. Okay, let's say my first design, and you can tap on OK. Alright, so when you go over to your project tab, this is the project tab, this button over here. So when you go over to the project tab, you will be able to see your design over here that says my first design, right? And you can make changes to it. Alright, so the next option over here is the save as image. Alright, and this is what you want to use if you want to export your image and save it to your gallery. So once you tap on it, you're going to see 3 options. The first one is to quickly share to your social media handle. Alright, you have Facebook and other social media. The second one is to change your image formats. The next one is the dimensions, and then the last one is the export options, right? So you basically want to choose from JPG or PNG formats, and then over here it is ideal for you to choose the ultra dimension, alright, for higher quality, and then you can quickly tap on save to gallery. So once you tap on it, your app is going to render your design and save it to your gallery. Alright, so that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.